Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss errors in adjective. These are the often asked errors. So let us take the first error. The comparative degree must not be used when no comparison express or implied is made. We have a sentence, he is more intelligent student of the class. So in this sentence, you see that he is not compared to other students of the class. So no comparison is made. So we cannot use a comparative degree. Actually, as far as adjective is concerned, intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent, these are the degree of adjectives. So we should avoid using comparative degree here. Instead, he is very intelligent student of the class should come. Next, there are certain adjectives which are comparative in their form but which are now used in adjectives with the positive meanings. So you have to remember these adjectives: interior, exterior, major, former, later, upper, lower, inner, outer, elders, betters. So seems to be in the comparative degree but are used in positive degree. So you have to take care of this. Next error. The comparative in ER is not used when we compare two qualities in the same person. In that case, we use more before the adjective. We use comparative degree when comparison is made, but there is an exception to this rule. When we compare two qualities of the same person, there we do not use comparative degree. For example, Ram is braver than wise. So what we mean by this sentence is that Ram is more brave than wise. So here comparative degree braver should be avoided and we should use more brave than wise, because the degrees are brave, braver and bravest. So since comparison is not made, so we should avoid this. Rule number next. Double comparative should be avoided. The word rather is comparative and therefore it should not be used to an adjective of degree. It is rather more important. So we have the word more, comparative degree is already there, then we are using rather. So we should avoid using rather here. So delete rather from this and you will see it is more important will come. Next, some adjectives are not compared because they express meanings which are not admit of variation of degree or qualities already possessed by them to the uttermost possible extent. What are these adjectives? Perfect, unique, full, infinite, chief, extreme, ideal, complete, universal, empty, impossible, unanimous, square, round, golden. So these are the adjectives where is no degree of variation takes place. So perfect degree cannot be more perfect, most perfect. It is only perfect. Similarly, chief. Chief cannot be chiefer, chiefess or something. It will be only chief. The next rule, the comparative degrees, adjectives, superior, inferior, senior, junior, prior, prefer, preferable, they are followed by to instead of then. So you have to remember this rule, that these adjectives only take to preposition after them, and usually then is given. So you have to replace then with to. For example, let us take a sentence, he is senior to me. So this is a correct sentence. They will give you he is senior than me. So you have to remove then and you have to replace it with is, or you have to tell her that error is in this part. Second sentence, the death of King Edward was prior to the Great War. So here prior word has come, so again it is going to take preposition to. Although it's an error of adjective, but in respect of preposition. So now let us discuss some errors. Here are some sentences. So we are going to look what errors they have. Actually, this topic is very interesting and easy as well. So you have to strictly adhere to the rules we have just discussed. So let us take the first sentence. He is better than any student in his class. Thus, this sentence is a meaningless actually. In the class he is also there, but he is better than student of the class, any student is wrong. So it should be any other. So unless you put other here, it will not be correct. Let us take the second case. This is a case of most extreme poverty. I have just discussed that there are certain adjectives where degree of variation do not take place. For example, extreme. Extreme was one of the words. So most should not come here. So we have to delete the word most from this. This is a case of extreme poverty. Next sentence. This novel is the most humorous of any in the library. So library has a lot of novels and this is the most humorous. So of any in the library, here the error lies. Of all should have come. Because this novel belongs to one of them. There were no less than 50 persons present. So here we see the error is in less. Let us see what are the degree of comparison. Little, less, least. Similarly, few, fewer, fewest. So little we use for quantity and fewer we use for numbers. So here we are talking about persons. So persons cannot be in less. So it should be replaced by the word fewer. There were no fewer than 50 persons present. So people cannot be in quantity. So you must remember the different forms of adjective: positive, comparative and superlative. His house is superior than yours. So we have just discussed that inferior, superior, junior, senior, prefer, preferable, they all take the preposition to. But what is here? Here you see then is written. So it should be replaced by to. Superior to. We move to sentence number 6. The streets of Paris are wider than London. So if you see here, the comparison between the streets of Paris and London. London is not a street. So comparison should always be between the same things. So the streets of Paris are wider than that of London. So then that of. So when we have written that of, so here the comparison is between the streets of Paris and the street of London. We go to sentence number 7. I am sorry, I have a few friends. Actually, this person is sorry because he don't have any friend. So he has written a few friends. So a is positive. So we should avoid writing the article a here. It means I am sorry, I have no friends. So in that sense, few has to be used. Next sentence. Health is more preferable than wealth. So here then should come. Health is more preferable. So here preferable will take to with it. Preferable to. Even more will not come here. More as well as to has to be deleted. This information is of a later date. So here the error is again in adjective. So later. It should be later. It denotes time. Whereas if it is double T, it denotes position. So this information is of a later dates. Single T it should be. It refers to the time. He is the chiefest offender in this case. So we have just discussed that some adjectives they cannot be changed through degree of variations. So one of them is chiefest. So chiefest should be replaced by chief. He is the chief offender. So we have just discussed the rules of adjectives, the points we have discussed where the errors can lie. So whenever you are going through error detections, so see from one perspective that if the error is in adjectives, you have to see whether degree of variation will be there, whether the correct form of the degree of adjectives is written, whether it is taking the right preposition. So you have to go through all the different aspects. Thank you very much.